Yo,
Hi, kids.
podcasting under the influence, number 12, JD Plank,
Chad.
and we are on the eve of the end of football. But we got to talk about something serious for 5 seconds. There was some crappy cheating going on in the Little League World Series. Jackie Robinson West, which is fucked up because if there's any school you should not be cheating, especially when the name is after someone who pioneered integration in the sports.
Going through it the right way, turning the other cheek, being the better man, all that happy crap.
Yeah, it's probably not the school you want to have associated with cheating, but unfortunately we have to talk about it for 5 seconds. All those adults should not be allowed to participate. I would even say the parents, because the parents knowingly knew that they were either in the wrong, they were in one way or another, they knew they were cheating. Either they forged documents saying that they were living within the district that they're allowed to get players from, or they knowingly lived in another area and they told the coaches, and the coach was like, "Oh, don't worry about it," and they just knowingly let it happen. Then you have the coaches who knowingly let it happen and basically told kids that it's okay to cheat. That's really fucked up.
Well, then the people who research all those documents when these teams come in, who let it slip by or didn't do their job, they should be out
Well, that's
as
the
well.
coach's job, but that's part of the coach's
Well,
job.
but that's part of the officiating too. The officials are supposed to know all that crap. There are people that literally sit there and just rifle through the paperwork.
Yeah.
They should know that crap.
But,
that's truly sad because it was the first all-black team to do it. I mean,
that was also the team that Monet Davis was on.
No, Monet Davis was out of Philly. This team was out of Chicago.
Monet Davis is out of Chicago.
No, Philly.
Let me double check that just real quick.
I'm right.
Okay.
I'm right.
Continue.
Because they lost to the Chicago team and then played Las Vegas for third place.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. All right. My bad. I'm sorry. You're right. She did not win the whole thing. That's right. But anyway.
She's participating in the NBA All-Star game, the celebrity game.
That's awesome.
I can't wait to watch it. I'm not a huge fan of the NBA, but I will watch the Celebrity All-Star game.
Well, the Celebrity All-Star game is hilarious every year because Kevin Hart's in it. He's funny in it.
That is not the only reason it's funny. The fact that he's got the MVP, 2 years running.
Well, Bieber won it 1 year, so it's not really about your performance. It's about
how much fun you have.
Or who has the biggest fans. Like Bieber won it. Well, the year Bieber played, he played well.
Who was it? Was it KD that got Monet's autograph this week? No, it wasn't KD.
It was Steph Curry.
Oh.
Steph Curry got it. This year,
the Chicken Curry is named after, if you want.
With Chicken Curry. Yeah.
It's named after him.
Another great. Yes, this is Sports Center. You see the shark one?
That shark one is the best.
I was a little off key. Did anyone notice? Nah, you did fine.
Nah, he nailed it. No, Snoop Dogg tweeting that night that I'm totally the right shark. You just don't know it.
Oh man. On sports for 5 more seconds.
Did we wrap up the Little League thing? Or did I just
you guys deserve to not participate. First off, you're horrible parents for encouraging your child to cheat, your kids to cheat. And if you had any knowledge that there was cheating going on, you did nothing. Shame on you. Shame on you. Those kids deserve. I'm not taking anything away from the kids because they played hard.
They played their little asses
and they deserved everything that they deserved. But the parents you just ruined something for a bunch of kids that are going to take this with them the rest of their lives. Hopefully, the lesson here is not we need to do better at cheating. We need to not cheat, and we need to rally together. And this is a lesson that cheating does not pay off. I hope that's the lesson out of this, and those kids end up becoming good, productive members of society, unlike their parents. Yeah, they learn this lesson.
20, 30 years ago, you probably could have got away with it. Not this day and age. We're too
digital.
We're
Google
too
everything.
Connected. Yeah.
They had an outside the lines report. I watched 5 minutes of it yesterday. The guy who the quote unquote whistleblower on it, he Googled all their addresses. You Googled all the players, and he's like, "There's no way all this talent's in one area." And he Googled, there's kids way out of the district that they recruited. So back on basketball for 2 seconds. This year, and it's kind of getting crazy with this, but what used to be the big highlight of the All-Star weekend, the dunk contest, right?
It's kind of gone by the wayside. Now the celebrity game is pretty much.
Well, now actually this year the big money maker is the 3-point contest. Because you got Steph Curry, you got Klay Thompson, Kyle Korver. I don't know, you don't know these names.
I have no idea.
Those are all 3 very big names in the basketball universe. And God, it's going to be a great 3-point contest. Everyone wants to see that this year. Not the dunk contest. There's not even a big name player. Victor Oladipo is the only name player I know.
Yeah, but I don't know why none of the big games. Actually, you know what? My favorite one that I liked from years ago, and it wasn't last year. I think it was 2 years ago. They did a trick shot contest, and they were outside. And I mean, they were doing shit from the bleachers.
That wasn't during this. This was in the summer. That was something in the summer.
Was it? I thought it was part of the All-Star.
No, they had it.
Like if they did that, I think that would be your big draw. Just
I think that was during the lockout. The year they had the lockout, they had a bunch of players that were doing stuff for charities or just doing stuff for fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the Sprite dunk contest that they had this summer.
See, now that was fun. I really enjoyed that because that brought me back for when I was growing up, back to the Bird and Jordan commercials for McDonald's that were like, off the backboard, off the light, off Bugs Bunny's head, off the backboard, nothing but net. Like that was fun shit. It really was. Sorry.
All right,
that's all I know about basketball.
That's our 6 minutes of sports for this week. We will jump ahead to
Le'Veon Bell suspended 2 games, probably 2 games beginning of next season. I'll still draft him.
There's a lot of guys. God, after the Super Bowl, what is it like?
Josh Gordon, what a bust.
He's not a bust.
He's a bust. He can't get his head out of his ass.
Well, he's not a bust talent-wise. He's a bust character-wise.
He's like,
can we say that?
Ryan Leaf was a bust character-wise and talent.
And production. At least whenever Josh plays, he gets like 100 yards receiving every game and like at least a touchdown, I think. That's what he's averaging.
I just can't believe he can't get his head out of his own. He can't get out of his own damn
That
way.
is a substance. He's a sub. Well, I commend John. While we're on football, sorry. I do commend Johnny Manziel for admitting he has a problem and going to rehab. You can say what you want about the guy, but it takes a lot as a man to admit when you have. I used to have a drinking problem, so it takes a lot to admit I have an issue and I need to fix it. It does take a lot to admit that to yourself as a person.
I'll give you that, but I don't think Johnny's issue so much is the drinking itself. I think his issue is he is literally one of these guys that loves the camera. Like he doesn't care where he is or what he's doing. He is like totally in bed with the paparazzi. He's enjoying every minute of it. I mean, look where he goes, look what he does. I think that's more of his addiction than the chemical itself. I think people doesn't hurt the other. This actually makes the other a lot easier. So hopefully Johnny Football, you can get your head out of your ass, get your shit straight.
I don't have an issue with anything he did. The problem is
it's a distraction.
It is a distraction. Like I don't know. He's old enough to drink. He's old enough to go have fun with his friends, and he has a lot of popular friends like Dwayne Wade, Drake, LeBron James.
Yeah, but when you're that high profile, you don't get the
luxury.
Yeah, you don't get to screw around like that.
I understand. And if no one followed him on Instagram, no one would know about what he was doing. But unfortunately, he has no one to follow. So.
I don't follow him on Instagram. I don't even have an Instagram.
God, like right after the Super Bowl, like a dozen different players got arrested. Offensive tackle for
Green Bay.
Green Bay. There's a couple guys from Detroit.
Yeah, but the Green Bay one was serious, dude. That was like guns and money and drugs.
Yeah, everything. I don't understand. All right. Sad thing is, if we were to put, and I'm not the one I'm quoting someone or I'm paraphrasing. If we were to put mugshots behind us of all the players that are like domestic violence, drug use, DUIs, substance abuse, so on and so. If we were to put all the guys that have created problems over the last 10 years of this league behind us, 99% of them would be black. And I'm not trying to insult the black community, but you have to be able to control. Why is it professional basketball players, for the most part, can control themselves and stay out of trouble like this? Most of them, for the most part. Okay, but for some reason, football players can't. I understand it's a more violent sport, but you got to be able to disassociate yourself from that when you're not on the field. When your helmet goes on and you're on the field, it's go time. I'm not getting racist here, but white players can do it. Luke Kuechly and J.J. Watt are some of the best defensive players in the league, and they play with a lot of fervor and they play with a lot of aggression. You don't see them going out and beating women and getting DUIs because they can't control themselves. I mean, come on. I shouldn't have. It shouldn't be a black and white thing, but it is, and that's what it looks like. And I understand 70% of the league is black, but come on, get your shit together.
I blame how they were raised and where they were raised. And you're going to hate me, Internet, but I'm going to say it anyway. A lot of these guys come in there and they never lose who they thought they had to be on the block. Like they never figured it out that I don't have to be that guy anymore. I'm allowed to live in Beverly Hills. I'm allowed to have nice things. It's not a big deal. But you do that thing, and I've heard it referred to like this for years, and it makes perfect sense to me, but it actually makes absolutely no sense to me because you're more worried about how much gold you got, what kind of car you have, what your girl's nails look like.
And take care of your boys.
Yeah, and the term for it is called nigger rich because you have spent all your money on things, but you've got nothing to show for it. And you all need to get away from that because you don't have to be that way. You don't have to because you got money and you can take care of your boys. You can, but it doesn't have to be the way you're doing it.
Is LeBron James, all of his guys, you know what they did? They went to college, got degrees, and now they run their own agency. They all are very successful without having to mooch off of LeBron. I'm sure LeBron helped them a little bit. Like, hey, buddy, I got your college covered. Go get your degree. Go get educated. Do the right thing. You know, there's different ways you can help. It's not
that's how you help.
It's like if I'm a millionaire and Chad's my friend and he wants something, he wants help with something. I mean, obviously I can just give him all the money he wants, but that's not help. You know the whole fish. Teach him how to fish. It's better than giving them the fish. You know, so things like that. But now let's get off that topic. It's kind of
you give money to charity, but what you do for your friends is you clear the debt and you give them a path. That's how you help your friends.
Okay, now we're off football.
Now that I'm all
now it's 11 and a half minutes. Sorry, we're done with football.
Yeah.
We're done with sports.
Label me a racist in the comment column. I'll be more than happy to reboot
it's not a racist thing. It's a term.
It is a term.
It is a term. That's all it is. All right, I want to start with something that is completely out there in the middle of nowhere with nerd stuff.
Okay? Are you going with this Game of Thrones thing you were just telling me about?
No, there's rumor that there's going to be a Star Wars live-action TV show coming to Netflix within the next year, a real one.
But that was rumored 3 years ago.
No. You know if Netflix rumors that it's going to happen. You know that. House of Cards, Marco Polo, and now Daredevil. Dude, if they do that show as good as like House of Cards or Marco Polo, or I think this is called Marco.
Whatever.
If they do those, I haven't seen Daredevil yet, but if they do those shows half as good, I mean, this show half as good as those, I think we're going to have ourselves a really nice TV show to watch.
We'll see. Hopefully it does some connecting the dots or something.
It's supposed to be after the fall of the Empire. After the Empire gets defeated in the Old Republic.
That was the rumor 3 years
Return of the Jedi. Sorry.
That was the rumor 3 years ago.
And it's going to be about the Jedi's, the Empire's woe. Not so much having like Luke and them in it, but it's going to be about like the gradual decline of the
Empire after that.
Because remember we had this discussion where like right after the battle, it just seems like the whole Empire just gave up, and then the Empire's over.
No, there's probably that war probably went on for another 10 years.
Oh yeah, well the movie coming out is
30 years later.
Well, I don't know if it's actual time in the movie, but it's about it's later. It's a good 20 years later. But
if they want to be right, it'd be 32 years later.
Yes,
whatever.
Exactly. And it's supposed to be between that time period. The gradual decline of the Empire.
I'm all for it. But while we're talking about things coming to us that we've been long awaiting, Spider-Man is coming to the Marvel Universe.
Yeah,
they're reuniting it. Thank you, Sony, for getting on board with that.
They're also getting a new Spider-Man.
Yeah, they're going to reboot it. We could spend all day arguing the difference between Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, but
they're not even. You know
they're dropping him. They're dropping him, and I really like Garfield's portrayal of Spider-Man. I like the quirkiness of it. I really do enjoy that a lot more than I enjoyed Tobey Maguire. And Tobey, I really did enjoy you until you read the script for the third movie and you decided that was a good idea. And
I think they offered him a lot of money.
I think they offered him a shit ton of money. And not that I don't like seeing James Franco do anything, because James Franco doing anything is always entertaining.
It is.
That script for this movie was shit.
Their plan is they're going to have Spider-Man, like a much younger version of Spider-Man than we've seen. We've always seen like I know they're technically in high school, but it seems like they're about 20, 21.
Wow, see, I heard they were going the opposite direction because one of the biggest complaints from the fan community is, okay, we get it, radioactive spider, all right, done. It's not like Iron Man, who needed a mass retelling of his story because not everyone was familiar with him, or Captain America, where
they're not retelling the
story, but everyone kind of got it, but
they're just going with a younger version, because the reason why they want to go with the younger version is because correct me if I'm wrong. Basically, Civil War is dividing between Captain America and Stark, right? That's what Civil War is.
Yeah,
It's
but
dividing amongst the
I don't even
Avengers.
understand how they're working that in, because the whole principle of the Civil War was you either had to reveal yourself or not reveal yourself. And at this point in time, both Tony and Captain, everyone knows, or Iron Man and Captain America, everyone knows it's Stephen Rogers and Tony Stark. Like, everybody knows that, and that's like the major point of Civil War. I'm sure there's other points in there, and feel free to rebuff me, internet. I don't give a shit. But if that's the dividing point of Civil War, you can't even do that point. You got to pick another point as
going
if,
in a different way.
or is it the government is forcing you to work for them type of thing? So
I
you
thought
can
the
or you
Civil
can't.
War was the splitting between, maybe not maybe like Shield. Like one version of Shield goes with Stark, and this is what I've heard. And the other version of Shield is going to go with Rogers.
Well, you've heard the last Avengers movie is going to be split up into 2 parts.
Yes, but the reason why they want to go with the younger version is the younger version is going to be torn on who to follow. Now for the internet out there, Spider-Man doesn't reveal himself to the rest of the Avengers. Never. He refuses to do that.
He has been known to wear a paper bag over his head when his mask is damaged in order to avoid that entirely, because he has this thing that where he thinks if anyone finds out who he is, they can hurt the ones he loves. So, and that was established very well in the second Tobey Maguire.
This is the guy they're going to have to play him. Because he's young, he's not very old.
Logan Lerman? I thought they had a guy named Dylan or something added up for that. That's IMDb?
Yeah.
Okay.
Logan Lerman is who they have to play him in 1992. So what would that put him? 22?
Yeah.
22 years old.
He's a kitten.
Very young. I think Garfield's my age. 20. Andy Garfield?
23. Or
22, 23. January, so he's 23. That's January's birthday. He just had his birthday. But,
I mean, that could work. I just really hope they get away from.
He has a lot of series coming out. If this guy bags the whole Spider-Man series, he has Percy Jackson. He has, well, if he gets Spider-Man, he's got Spider-Man. Then he has also the Three Musketeers movie.
That's too much. They won't get him. He'll be too busy doing other movies.
He's so popular. That's why I think. And he just did the Fury movie too.
I don't know. They just got to get away from the retelling of the I'm Spider-Man. This is how everyone gets it. You'd be hard pressed to find someone under 20 years of age that doesn't know how Spider-Man got his powers.
What's funny is I'm gonna get off on a tangent here for 2 seconds.
We always do.
You ever seen Percy Jackson? You ever seen those movies?
I watched the first one time so long ago that it was just a vague, distant memory.
Okay, well, this is the girl that plays the main female character. Look at her birthday compared to his, and they're supposed to be the same age. I just love how television does that.
What? Is that an 8?
8.
Damn.
Yeah, she's a year older than me, and she's playing a guy the same age as the guy we just talked about, Logan. Whatever. What his name is, Logan. Alexandra Daddario. She's gorgeous, by the way. God, freaking gorgeous.
Dude, speaking of gorgeous, Chloe Moretz grew up. Damn.
Chloe who?
Hey, girl.
Oh, yeah.
She grew up.
Oh, yeah.
What? No. That's not how I want to remember her. I want to remember her as this little 12-year-old badass. That's awesome.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
That girl's maturing. Let's just say that.
That just scares me so bad.
That does.
Thank God I didn't.
But I think she's going to be one of those actresses that's going to be like the next star of the next 20 years. You know?
I just hope she keeps her head out of her ass.
I do too. I hope she's not one of those.
Chloe, keep your head out of your ass.
Do it, Chloe. Okay, so that's a Star Wars thing. If it happens, I'm so excited about it. But I really want it to happen. We'll get to the Game of Thrones things last. Well, there's a thing about it. It's going to be about.
Are you going to do a good lead-in?
Yes.
Better.
Okay, game of the week, Gotham. This week's episode was pretty good.
Nice moment between the Riddler and the Penguin. I enjoyed that. Penguin establishing dominance, like right then and there. Like, you will answer to me, I will never answer to you. I like that.
And this is my question: is are they? I know in most of the comic books, most of the time, the Penguin's always the higher up when it comes to their dynamic, I should say. Not so much relationship, but dynamic. So is that going to continuously be? I wonder what. I know what's going to push Penguin to the edge. It's the fact that he feels very threatened because he always needs protection, and I think that's his inadequacy or his.
I think he's going to find out through the grapevine or something that he was actually referred to by Falcone as one of those people in the world that just understand their place will always be number two. They will never be the boss. And I think he's going to hear that, and that's going to piss him off. And more than likely, I see Fish coming back and becoming more of his ally than anything else.
By the way, Fish is fucking badass. That girl.
No shit. The way she dominated that prison within, what do you give her? Maybe a day? She had them jumping around.
Hours. I give her 6 hours of her waking up and realizing.
All right, I'm
the dynamic. Huh?
Well, see, I was going the wrong way because when I saw those two run at each other at the end of last week's episode, not this week's, I told Jesse before it came on, I was like, you know what? Maybe we're looking at this the wrong way. Maybe they really missed each other and they're in love. I was wrong, but hey, you never know. Gotham might throw you a loop every now and again. I tried to go the other way with it. It's okay. I'm out.
Sometimes.
I'm fine.
Sometimes so's your loop. What was the thing with? I didn't quite get the thing with Bruce. Is it just like a habit of going out in the woods and watching the sun come up or something?
No, him and his dad used to go out every year on that particular night, and they would go out, camp out overnight, and then watch the sunrise.
Okay.
That was it. And him exuding his independence, which was a good thing, and it was a nice way to go with I'm injured, I'm in the woods, as opposed to I'm injured and I'm in the Batcave, whatever. But it was I liked it. I liked it. And at first, I was the first one to complain. You can ask him. I went on and on. That's not how it happened. That's not how it happened. And then I listened to his advice, and it's like, well, guess what? It's a different series. It's a different day. It doesn't have to happen that way. And you know what? I love the way they're unfolding that relationship. And it actually makes more sense the way they're doing it in the series as to how tight Alfred was with Bruce and how involved he was with the day-to-day operations of the Batman.
Yeah.
I really, actually, I think they're doing a fantastic job. And
I think it's kind of like symbolism.
And they could not have done a better job casting Alfred.
Yeah.
There's no one out there that could do it better on a week-to-week basis in a series. Nobody.
I kind of see a little bit of symbolism, a little bit of a foreshadow. Like Bruce goes out and does something on his own. Batman goes out and does something on his own. Whenever something doesn't go right and goes awry, he's always got Alfred there to help him. He's always there. That's just like
that's what he does.
That's like symbolism, what it is throughout the entire relationship of Alfred and Bruce Wayne. So
had I won the Powerball, I would have hired a former SAS British butler to just hang out with. I mean, that's all you'd have to do. You wouldn't even have to make me eggs. He'd just like hang out with me.
Someone bought a ticket at Winter Circle that won
for $1 million.
Yeah.
That's the rumor.
Go away, cat. Shoot.
Dash
away.
Crisis averted. So no, Joker.
Who's the Joker?
I don't care. That kid looks like psychotic as all get out with the red hair and whatnot. I've only seen a glimpse and I've only heard the laugh, and I'm already enjoying the sociopathic tendencies of this one.
So Crane. Jonathan Crane. So we know how it goes crazy now.
Well,
it becomes Scarecrow.
Well, then he just pretty much has to get control of his anger, or his fear, and then he starts manufacturing a serum that makes people feel the same way.
We'll see about that. That's gonna be interesting to see if that actually plays a.
That'll be another 12 years down the road. I mean, in TV time, that could be literally 5 to 6 years, but
you could have next episode 5 years later.
Yeah, but the way they're, I've said it. How many times have I said this? I was skeptical of what Gotham was going to do and how they were going to do it, but now I am thrilled to death. Actually, seeing the villains mature from their early stages is probably one of the most entertaining, if not the most entertaining thing on television right now.
So Crane, it's got daddy issues.
Yeah, because his daddy's dead.
Daddy's weird.
He took 3 to the chest and 1 in the head.
What else happened in that episode?
He breathes a lot better now.
You got the whole Gordon and the nurse, the doctor lady dynamic.
Yeah, well, that's Batman's doctor.
All right,
Bev, that's Batman's doctor.
I know.
For those of you who don't know that, now you know. And knowing is
half the battle. Boom. All right, so we got Gotham out of the way. Not out of the way. Let's talk about it. Out of the way seems like it's a bad thing.
No, it's a fantastic.
It's fantastic. God, I told you the show was gonna be good.
I had no
the
doubt.
first episode we had. I
thought it was going to be interesting. I didn't know it was going to be this good.
The first episode we both had doubts. So
yeah, and then we gave it the 5 episodes, and it only took us 2 to be like, damn.
Yeah, because they stopped having all the supervillains in one episode, and they actually started telling the story.
Well, as soon as they broke the Penguin, then it's like, well, yeah. I guess he would be a funny individual after that.
If you want to read more up on what's going on in this, it's actually a comic book about this. There is. It's called GCP or Gotham Central. That's what it's called. Where it's strictly about like Gordon. It's kind of like a predecessor to Year One. Have you ever seen Batman Year One?
So you never read it?
Either.
No.
Batman. There's a comic book. There's also a movie called Batman Year One, which is like Bruce Wayne getting his feet wet when it comes to fighting crime.
Read the comic book, then watch the movie.
And this is a predecessor to that, which is like Gordon. It's Gordon's time up till the Batman, like the first Batman appearance, is what it basically is. So if you want to get a little bit of, that's what most of this is played off of. So most of this comes from that. Some stories do. They twist some other ones around. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah. Okay. Trying to stay up on top.
And so that's what's played off of is Gotham Central. If you ever want to read that and get a little bit more intrigue on it, I more than recommend it. But I've never read it personally. I just know that the guy I read and he explains a lot of the things I watch. That's what he says. It's a really nice comic.
It's not the same guy that does the lightsaber color thing.
No, this is Charlie.
I want to track him down and make him get an audit in his taxes.
He should.
That's like the worst. That's like the worst.
Really,
punishment
I
I
about
could
the
think of
lightsaber thing again.
I'm pissed off about it because the guy's a dork, and not in a good way. Not like the geeky nerdy way. He's a dork in the other way. Yeah. Like I don't know, like an uncircumcised.
Like I'm a nerd.
He is an uncircumcised penis. That's how ugly he is.
Bishop and a turtleneck.
Isn't that the strangest?
Yeah.
Like I had no idea.
That's a New Girl reference.
Had no idea how weird that was until my own son was circumcised. Like, oh my god, that's fucking strange. We gotta stop that shit.
Alright. So you want to move on to Flash or Agent Carter? Which one?
Completely missed Agent Carter this week.
Oh my god!
I didn't even realize, like, oh my god. I set the DVR to do everything I needed to do on Tuesday night, and I'm like, well, I'm good to go. And then Wednesday morning, I got up and checked the DVR to make sure everything was cool. And I fucking, like, somehow I just skipped right over it. Tuesday was busy.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ruin some things for you.
We've already had this discussion. My name is not, hold on, and I'm going to name drop, Merchant Collier Brownfield the 4th, and I'm not going to get all pissed off if you do a spoiler alert on me, because then I'll still be curious to see how the plot develops, even though you give me the major plot points.
Okay. Here's what happens. Dottie plays a big part, first off.
Yeah, she's like a Russian spy.
Yeah, she's a Russian spy. So what happens is she goes for like a quote-unquote interview somewhere, and she kills a dentist, and it's right across the street from the office, the SSR office.
How convenient.
Yeah, and Peggy is actually starting to get real assignments now. She got a real assignment after they bring back that Russian dude, the Russian, like, not a scientist, he's a scientist.
Yeah, the psychiatrist.
Yeah,
psychiatrist to the scientist, yeah.
He's a psychiatrist, and they're interrogating him. Now, he has a thing that he knows how to hypnotize people. He has a little ring, he goes like this. And when he rings it, it makes sound like a dog,
Pavlov's dog.
Yeah,
I get it.
He goes like this, and if he gets the person alone, he can like make him concentrate and do whatever he wants. So, and he ends up killing the guy, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Go ahead.
So they're interrogating him to figure out what he knows, and he like opens the window, like look outside and stuff, and she's like across from him, and she's like doing Morse code on like her little. She has like a little flashlight on her gun, and like they're doing Morse code back and forth to each other, trying to get like intel. So Dottie's over there getting intel, and Peggy, she's following up on a lead because she's trying to say, okay, obviously the guy said that they stole the plans from from Stark, and it's the Leviathan. Do you really think Stark is the #1 prime suspect now for everything.
I don't think the director is buying that shit at all anymore. I think he's kind of leaning another way. I think he believes. I think the director guy believes
He
that
does.
Stark's
He's the one
being
that sends
set
her.
up.
Yeah, he's the one that sends her. Now and then, what's his name? The guy, the cripple guy, comes in and
Oh, he blows Peggy's cover, doesn't he?
yeah. And so they're looking for her and they're trying to capture her. And she goes back to the Griffith and gets her information, and that's when Dottie tries to kill her.
So friendly.
Dottie kisses her on the lips, and it's like a knockout drug.
Ah.
And she goes to, like, kill her. And what happens is, like, you know how, like, they have the handcuff thing?
Yeah.
And she, like, hands herself to the bed because she's so used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Peggy goes and discovers that on her wrist as she's, like, being passed out. And then the guys show up to arrest her. And obviously Dottie can't kill him. So Dottie lets her go. And then that's how pretty much the episode ends, is they're about to interrogate him. That's pretty much what the episode is.
Okay.
So
sounds interesting. I'll
yeah,
catch up.
I can't wait to see a good old.
They usually rerun that on Friday nights if there's nothing else going on.
I have it on my computer if you want it. So
That could work too.
I learned something that you may not like me telling you, but the cripple guy ends up marrying Peggy.
Well, that's fine. Capsicle was kind of out of commission, so that's non-consequential at this point in time.
Yeah, the cripple guy is the one that. See, in the second Captain America movie.
Yeah, he goes to visit Dottie.
Yeah, well, no, it doesn't. Peggy.
Peggy, yeah.
Because of Peggy, and in the comic book it says that Peggy married someone that Rogers saved. Now the guy doesn't remember him saving how he was saved. He just remember he was getting shot at, he got knocked out, and he woke up in a bed. But it is someone that Rogers saved.
Okay.
And so that's who she's supposed to marry. So whether they stick to that or not, I have no idea. But all I know is in this show she fucks up a lot. she beats the shit out of a lot of federal agents. Like they clear everyone out of like gradually clear. Because her and the butler are getting at the usual coffee spot they go to where they serve food.
Yeah, well,
where what's her name
serves. Jarvis did.
Yeah, and there's like 4 guys in there, and she's like, "Could you just stop the door from closing?" He's like, "What are you gonna do?" "I'm gonna fight these guys. Just stop the door. Just don't let anyone in that door." He's like, "Okay." So she just fucks them all up, leaves. She punches the blonde guy in the face. Knocks him out cold. And as she's going to leave again, that's when the cripple guy holds her up and he's like, "You're not going to shoot me." So he's like, and then she runs away. And then it's funny because the director's like, "Where is she?" He's like, "What do you mean, where is she?" "Well, where is she? You guys said you had her." And I'm like, "Oh, she beat us all up." One woman beat up 5 male federal agents. Like, yeah. And that's when they put like everyone on notice. We need to find this woman now.
I thought she proved how dangerous she was last week.
No, because she didn't kick the shit out of everyone she works with last week. I guess she got to beat the crap out of people you work with, not people you're fighting against.
Yeah.
So. But what do I think is gonna happen next week? I think next week I hope it's not gonna be a whole episode where she's being interrogated and she's like a prisoner. I hope it's very quick. She's like, "This is what happened. I'm trying to clear Stark's name. Suck my dick." You know?
Yeah, but what does she even know? I mean, she knows Stark is still alive. She knows Stark is still in New York, but she doesn't know where Stark is, doesn't know what Stark is doing. I mean, quite honestly, from an intelligence standpoint, she knows very little.
She also goes back to her apartment at the Griffith.
Yeah.
And grabs what's his name's blood.
No, she did.
Yeah, and what it looks like is that she stole that. She stole that from It looks like she stole that from SSR.
All right, that was. Well, I'm sure there's a major plot point to be done by doing that because you got to keep in mind that this is only going to be 8 episodes long.
And they're on episode 5.
Yeah, we're more than halfway through it at this point because the first week was 2 episodes.
But you know what happens at the end of this, right? When it ends. We get Marvel Agents to show back. I can't wait for that.
I cannot wait to see what happens. I'm like geeked.
The way the mid-season finale ended. Nah, that's great.
Well, I have some Flash news for you too. Once we get there, it just occurred to me.
Good segue. We're on the Flash.
Brilliant. I thought it was Barry. I thought the other Flash was Barry.
Future Barry?
Yeah, Future Barry. I knew Future Barry came back to the past. I just didn't know why or how he got there. Now we know, sort of.
So the question is,
we know a little bit more.
Where is Future Barry? We've seen past the Future Reverse Flash. Where is Future Barry?
I think Future Barry's staying the hell out of Dodge because he realizes the character that they're setting up would realize how detrimental it would be to the future in and of itself if he muddled while you're meddling.
Well, obviously something happened when they flash back to the past. And we already went over this last week that the red sky means the Infinity Earth crisis.
Crisis of Infinite Earth.
Yes, Crisis of Infinite Earth.
Or Infinity Crisis. Whatever, there were two different ones. There was Infinity Crisis and Crisis of Infinite Earth. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Well, it kind of does, but not really.
And the Flash vanishes. How would they know? That's a good point. How would they know the Flash vanished?
Like, I guess if a week went by and someone
no one saw
wasn't
a red
safe from a burning building.
No one saw the streak anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was Ray Stevens. Anyway, they're doing a pretty good job.
I don't think Firestorm is dead, by the way.
No, Firestorm is definitely not dead. Especially if the asshole general is
well, that is how he looks. That on his chest, and that's on his actual outfit.
Well, yeah, but that thing fixes him so that the Doc becomes the kind of hologram in his head that gives him advice as he's going through his day-to-day operations, which is how I remember the character being, but I may have been skewed because I remember watching. He was actually one of the main characters in Justice Friends toward the end.
Uh-huh.
And that's why I was so happy to see him pop up. I'm like, I hope they do him justice, because I actually went back, and not on Wikipedia, but actual reading, and got caught up on the character and what all would happen.
Firestorm?
Yeah. Because I was curious, is it how I remember it as a kid, or did they take a lot of liberties? Actually, Super Friends didn't take a whole lot of liberty at all with that character. That was pretty much straight transfer.
Yeah, I don't know too much about.
I'm showing my age, aren't I?
A little bit. If your baldness doesn't show it here, talking does.
Slick. So,
full head of hair. Oh yeah. What? And the comb over.
There will be a day.
There will be a day. Not today, though.
It won't be this day.
How old are you?
There will be. No, shut up. How old are you? There will be a day. There will be a day that you will get drunk and you will pass out and you will wake up bald. I will make fucking sure of that.
Well, I don't drink around here very often, I guess.
I'll be 37 in March.
37 in March. When I'm 37, we'll look at how my hair looks then. All right. We'll look at how my hair looks then. When I'm 37. So in 10 years, we'll look. Well, 9 years. I turned 28.
Yeah. So all you people out there that are ever hung up on age and relationships,
I got 10 years.
God. And
actually, most of my friends are a couple years old. Like Jared's your age too.
Well, funny thing is you're 9 years younger than me, and my best friend when I was in the Army was 9 years older than me. So it's just like transitional on down the line.
Alrighty. Anything else about Flash? Is that the news you were going to tell me?
No, they're doing a good job. They need to pick it up a little bit, and quite honestly, let's get past this. Barry trying to make his true love jealous bullshit. Let's just stop.
They have to do it, dude.
Stop the romantic bullshit. I do not need Dawson's Creek. If I wanted Dawson's Creek, I would turn it on the television. No, I want the Flash. I could give a shit less who he's dating, who he's fucking, who he's in love with, who he's not in love with. I don't care.
Give him kudos trying to get some. That's all.
Yeah,
he ran out on some Sex and Safe songs.
He probably had enough time to get it out and go.
Probably.
I'm just saying, I might have thought about it if I was in his position. I mean, he's like not.
Then he has to expose himself, who he is. That was quick. That felt really good. See, that did happen. He was like, his whole body vibrated. Like, oh my god, that felt amazing.
I'm sure she'd think all of it did. Anyway, no, Beth from Walking Dead.
What about her?
She is going to be playing the part of the Bug-Eyed Bandit in Flash.
I have heard that.
So, I don't know how they're going to turn a male character into a female character, but hopefully they don't make her eyes all weird, because that would
So
Yeah, well, that would detract from the coolness that it's Beth. If you can't see it, it's Beth. So, just saying.
Why did you miss Agent
I
Carter?
have no
I
idea.
woke up early this morning just to watch it.
I was busy. After the text you, was like, was there a new one this week? Because I didn't see
There
it.
was.
But
Absolutely.
what the hell were you going to do? Drop it off to me and I was going to watch it at the doctor's office on my iPhone? You probably.
You could've.
That would have made me
You
look
could have
like
watched it online. They put them on their websites.
That would have made me look like a very poor father, I'm just saying. Anywho, onward and upward.
Onward and upward. Flash. Okay. Where do you want the story to go?
With Flash?
Yeah. Well, okay, I predict.
I don't know.
I predict more of the rogues coming, which is like the guy who had the ice gun and the guy who shot fire.
What the Joker's gang? What are they called?
Suicide Squad.
No, not Suicide Squad. Like the actual people that represent faces on cards.
I know you're talking about. I can't think of it.
Yeah.
That Flush.
Yeah, that's supposed to show up.
But I don't think the Joker will show up.
Oh hell no.
I mean, you can't put the Joker. If you put Joker on TV, you better have Batman.
Yeah,
you're not going to have Joker without Batman.
Yeah, segue. We'll segue back to Gotham. You're going to do it, kids. You're going to do it. I know you're going to do it. I saw the preview. And it looks like you're going to do it good, but
what are they doing?
Heaven help that kid who is going to be playing that role. Because quite honestly, after he has got very large shoes to fill. That role has never been portrayed by someone who wasn't revered before they took that role. And after that role, they were revered even more. So that kid's got some big shoes to fill. So kudos to, well, except for the one who betrayed him in Super Friends. No one really even knows who that voice actor was. But, I mean, look for it. Well, 1968. Who was that? He was famous as shit. He was famous as shit. Jack Nicholson. Mark fucking Hamill. Heath Ledger. Like, that role has never been played by someone who just you swept under the rug and didn't give a shit about. So, kid, good luck to you. It looks like you're going to be there.
Apparently I need to watch this
trailer.
About next week.
Oh, I forgot. You don't see the trailers.
I don't watch trailers.
Anyway, we're going to shoot back over to Arrow.
You mean Flash?
I thought we were done with Flash.
Oh, okay, we're done with Flash.
Are we done with Flash?
Was
there anything else like
villains? The Bug-Eyed Bandit.
Well, you asked me where you think it's going to go, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know where it's going to go. It's like they're kind of all over the place with it, and I almost don't like the fact that they're doing this storyline in the first season. Like, I almost think this is something with the death of his mother and both Flashes being there. Mm-hmm. I think that's almost something that should have been established and kind of think and just ting off of it the whole season and just let it go for like 2 or 3 seasons, then let it culminate because.
Remember my theory last week that the doctor, Tom Cavanaugh, the actor, I can't remember his name. My theory was that maybe he knows how dangerous he is in the future and he's trying to help Barry beat him. He just gave up the chip that makes the thing he stole work.
That legitimizes your theory wholeheartedly.
Well, and also, I mean, if you think about it, why would he care if a couple million people die? If he's like evil and everything, I don't think it's his. I still don't understand why he's just pretending to be paralyzed.
I still think he's Barry from the future.
He might be.
I think he's Barry from the future. Did I say that last?
But they have his DNA.
I know, but
they have his DNA.
But coming back, well,
but they said there's an unknown DNA.
I think that's the blonde cop.
Wouldn't he have DNA already because he's a cop?
Yeah, but they didn't run it through the police database. Well, they wouldn't. No, Star Labs would have Barry's blood on file, but they wouldn't have the blonde cop's blood on file, and he wouldn't be in CODIS. He didn't have a military record. So he's not going to be in any public data. You know what I mean? He's not going to be
I just know he's the first Flash. I don't know.
But he's not going to be in any searchable database that you would think to look through. Why would you look at a cop for a murder? That'd be the last place you'd look, usually. Unless it's Detroit. Then it's different. But anyway.
Or Miami.
Or
if it's a black person dead and there's white cops.
Anywhere. Anywhere. Okay, now we're racist.
Yeah.
Now we're racist.
Sprinkle some crack on. Let's get out of here. Come here, Cracky. Dave Chappelle. I miss Dave Chappelle.
Actually, I should just take a saltine and go.
Some kind of ninja.
Cracker dust. It's dangerous.
So we disappear. Oh,
Clash of Clans over here.
Hey, dude, I'm gonna show you a battle I had earlier.
He's actually hoping that Liam Neeson pops up on his screen and tells him some very wise shit.
I hope so. That'd be great. I want the Liam Neeson. I want my king to turn into Liam Neeson for like a week. I'm gonna suggest that to you.
Oh yeah.
Where to be?
Be like the Mr. T-Bomb and Wild.
Angry Neeson 3662.
Good luck. Anyway, now that we're completely off topic and vile, vulgar racist while we're at it.
I'm not racist.
I'm a racer, but
I
I'm
played
not
basketball
racist.
with a black guy. I'm not racist. Just kidding.
It's like the most racist thing you could have said right there.
No. Just fucking around, man. Okay, Arrow. Racist. You're racist. Arrow. God, there's so much stuff to talk about with Arrow.
Wow, there was a lot going on there. Oh.
Yeah, Laurel dealing with her Sarah demons, which they finally told her dad. I'm glad that's out of the way.
Yeah, that was definitely the skeleton in the closet. And that was a little Dawson.
I think this is like an episode of all skeletons out of the closet.
Well, and Thea's brought into the fold, and she wasn't pissed, so this looks like
awesome.
It's going to be more toward
Speedy
and less toward Artemis, so that's awesome sauce.
She could still be both.
Well, I'm just saying.
Now she's going to train.
Oh, the fact that they're going to the island.
Yeah. To train, that's awesome.
Which means we're going to get another
flashback.
No, we're not going to get another flashback.
We might get a new Bennett. We are an island, and that's where he is. And
Deathstroke.
That's what I meant. New Bennett. That's who New Bennett is. Deathstroke, the actor. And we also have Asher. Captain Boomerang's on that one too.
Oh, there you go.
He's on that. He's on
there
there too.
Going on the island.
Yeah. So, you know, it'd be cool if Marlon let them out and they had to fight them.
And the Flash showed up.
Yeah. Or
And the Flash showed up.
Maybe.
I like the way they're just like, hey, we're here, we're hanging out, we're loving each other.
This was an episode of just clearing the decks.
Yeah, it really was.
Laurel dealing with her Sarah demons and then telling her dad that she's dead and I'm now the Black Canary.
Okay, Ollie telling Thea that he's the Arrow and that Merlin has known the entire time.
The blonde kid being exposed for being part of the League of Shadows.
Man, he made short work of Roy.
Him?
He made short work of Arsenal. Like he was it was like Arsenal with nothing.
I think if Roy put down the bow, he'd probably have a better chance. That bow, I can imagine that bow is not a hindrance. If you're not, I mean, obviously they're used to it, but I'm pretty sure that's a hindrance when it comes to actual fighting. Just the bulkiness of it.
But he's still a kid. He's still got a lot to learn.
Yeah,
and the fact that you're refusing to train Canary, damn it, just train her.
I think Roy will train her.
She's got a better
chance. Her and Dingle.
She's got.
Dude, I'll give you this. Laurel, first off, can take a punch.
Yes.
That girl can take some hits.
It's more important to be able to take a hit than it is to give one. Remember
and she can deliver a hit. I mean, she gives that knockout punch every time. Whoever, Wildcat, you taught her to place her punches perfectly right on the temple every time.
Dude.
And she's knocking out grown-ass men. Just putting them right on the temple.
Grown-ass men holding guns. I like the way they just really, they should have just titled the episode Clearing the Air.
Yeah.
It really should have, because it really took all the bullshit out of it. Now everybody knows who everybody knows. And the only person that has no idea what's going on at this point, and this is what I think is hilarious, is Adam. He is the only one that has no clue what the hell's going on.
13? Yeah, 13. 4 more episodes till we see Adam.
He has no idea what the hell's going on in Star City. He is oblivious to the fact that his secretary and favorite blonde in the universe is in on everything going on.
I'm sure he has a suspicion. Idea. I'm sure he's intelligent. I'm sure he has suspicions, but he doesn't know the extent of it.
No, well, he might have figured out Ollie but I don't think he realizes that Roy's in on it, Diggle's in on it. You know what I mean? And then bringing Thea and Merlin into the fold and Laurel. Like, there's a lot more going on. And the fact that Roy stood up to Ollie and was like, shut up.
No, I believe they all did. Well,
yeah, but Roy being the voice, like, you don't get to tell her that.
I agree with Felicity.
You don't bring people into this and then command them anymore.
No. That's not what the issue was. The issue is when they were first off, when he was gone and they thought he was dead, and they all, rather than quitting, continued the mission at hand. And the fact that they continued the mission at hand and they made decisions, maybe not decisions that he liked, but they made decisions. She's like, you don't get to come back and yell at us and judge us and look down on us because of the decisions we made. We made the best decisions that we could possibly make in the situations we had.
No, but Roy being the first person to step up when Thea come downstairs is like, hey, I really need to talk to you. You need to get out of here. And Roy's like, no, you're not doing that anymore. We are not here for you. We're here for each other. Like, that was a really good moment in the series. That was like drawing the line that we're either in this together or we're not in this at all.
Yeah, and then he's like, I understand that you're doing that. I don't understand why you're doing it. You're standing up to me or whatever. And then Dingle's like, guys, it's not the time or place. Like, no, we definitely need to do this.
Drop the end. It's just Diggle. It's not Dingle.
Diggle. My bad. Sorry, Diggle. Diggle. That was Felicity's part right there. That was her.
Well, that's her ballsing up, and she's been needing to do that for a while.
Does.
Like, she stood up to Adam. Now she's like.
Have you seen the Adam costume yet?
Yeah, you showed it to me. Looks very similar to. It's almost like Captain America and Iron Man got in bed and boom, had a baby. It's awesome sauce.
It does look awesome.
Go look it up.
It's pretty.
ATOM on CW. It'll come up, I'm sure.
Also, just put Adam Ray Palmer costume. That's what I googled. I got it. So. We could talk about Arrow all day.
Well, yeah.
So now Thea is training with Ollie, so now she's gonna have both sides of the coin.
Well, she's gonna have the good, like, she's got Merlin's killer instinct, but now she's gonna have Ollie's survival instinct. And I think
also he's more calculated than Merlin's very sneaky, but Ollie's just a lot more calculated.
Yeah, but he's more of a survivalist. He knows how to do with nothing because he did. And Merlin never had to do that. He's always had means. He chose to go there. He chose to go train with Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
But Ollie didn't have a choice. It was either figure it out or die. And Ollie figured it out. And I don't think anything's ever going to beat the first season in my mind. They're really going to have to ramp it up.
The second season in my mind was the best when they had Manute Bennett and Deathstroke and even Ravager. Dude, Ravager was freaking awesome.
Okay, are we gonna?
The fact that she died and she was only there one damn episode.
Yeah, she could have let her. I thought she was gonna keep going on.
Me too, but the fact that she was only around season 2. Don't get me wrong, all 3 seasons have been really good.
How many more people from Spartacus are gonna show up in Arrow? Would we like to take a bet? Because we have 2 or 3.
Well, we have Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
Asher.
3. Manute
Bennett and the Mia Al-Ghul.
Oh, we're already up to 4.
At 4, I know there's another one somewhere. I've seen another one somewhere. Lucy Lawless was not in this show. She was in Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
I think we will see at least one more. The guy who played Spartacus, not the dead one, obviously, Liam McIntyre. I think he will show up at some point. And you know what? I'm kind of on IMDb.
I'm not going to make him do it. But internet, you do fun things. Find me the connection. Is it the producer? Is it the videographer? Is it the cinematographer? Is it the makeup artist? There's a connection between those 2 shows. A hard connection between those 2 shows, because otherwise these people just wouldn't keep coming up. Because some of them really aren't the greatest actors, so there's that.
Well, a handful of people they had in the show, like 4 or 5 people won a contest to get in the show.
To get into Arrow?
No. To get on Spartacus. Okay. What they had was they had and I was going to enter it. This is one with WVU. It was no. This is what they had a contest, and it was whoever showed the most extreme workout routine. They had to videotape their workout routine. Whoever had the most extreme would get on as like either an extra or have some kind of decent line in it in the show. That's how a handful of people got picked. Manu Bennett's already an actor. Yeah, that's yours. Like, remember the big, like, German dude? Like, really big, like, big muscles, like, no neck.
Yeah.
That had, like, a huge beard.
Yeah.
He was one that, like, had one of the most extreme workouts and got on the show. That's an example of one of them.
Okay.
And what would be another one? The twins, they were actors. The girl who replaced the girl from season 1 as Navia.
Okay.
That's now Amanda Waller. She was one also. She like had one of the most extreme female workouts or something like that. Yeah, let me
I'm
see.
still not sold. Arrow people, I'm not gonna lie. You did that animated thing with the Suicide Squad with CCH Pounder. I'm really thinking she would be a quality Amanda Waller. I love CCH Pounder, and anything she does, she has been nothing but fantastic.
Viola Davis is the new one.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm exuding my preference.
Her.
Is the new one.
She'll do the role. She does a great job on.
That's the next one.
Yeah, that's the one she's in the next Suicide Squad movie.
Okay.
As Amanda Waller. Viola Davis. If you ever watch, this is off our nerd topic for 5 seconds. If you ever watch How to Get Away with Murder? She's the star in that. That's who Viola Davis. She got picked to be the star of the Amanda Waller in the new Suicide Squad movie. Very excited about that because that woman's a great actress. So
CCH Pounder did the voice in the Suicide Squad animated movie.
I don't know what she looks like. I'm gonna look at her picture.
She did a fantastic job in The Shield. She was even more fantastic in Warehouse 13.
Yeah.
She's a bigger black girl, but man, she's got that anger thing going. Like, I'm the boss. Deal with it, man. I love
know
it.
she's a little old.
So what?
A little old for the role. I know who you're talking about, but she's a little old for the role.
Dye her hair, make about some wrinkles, call it a day.
She's also in Sons of Anarchy.
Yes.
Laura Winstrom.
She's also in NCIS.
She's also in
New
the
Orleans.
Matrix. She was the Oracle. She was in the Matrix.
I'm just saying that. There's my preference.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyway, Arrow clearing these skeletons out of the closet.
Dia's not as tough as she thinks she is.
And I think that was a good move to make. I think it was good to put her in her place because I think she thought she was a little more badass.
I don't get me wrong. I still think she could probably hold her own against most of the criminals in Starling City, but against the League of Assassins, like Roy, if the League of Assassins came now, I think Roy may die when that happens. I'm just giving it.
Roy to die.
What? Neither do I.
I enjoy the character.
I'm giving you an educated guess on my part. An educated guess on my part is that Roy will die if they fight. If they fight now, if they were to fight like in the next 5 episodes, Roy's gonna die. He cannot last against the League of Assassins. I mean, Oliver can take 1 or 2 at a time if he's lucky, and he's like very well trained. Now, if Ra's al Ghul shows up, that's gonna be a different story.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't take Roy with them to the island because that would have been good.
Well, then all you have left is Diggle and I said it right that time. Diggle, Felicity, and Laurel. I'm pretty sure. I do like that he has trust in Roy to handle it. I do like that.
That was a good. That's
a big step
from 3 to 4. From 3 to 4, that was a big step.
It was a big step for Oliver to actually trust someone else with
Yeah.
the being in command. So
Well, I don't think he really got a choice to begin with, but now he doesn't really. Like, he didn't get a choice. Ollie just had to go do what he did, and he hoped his boys would keep it in line. And now he's learned that they can, and he doesn't have to worry about it. They might not do it his way, but they're going to get it done.
I'm still waiting for them to get a new quote-unquote Batcave. Because they had one at the end of last year. Technically, they kind of had one in the last year. They had a different place they went.
Yeah.
The Plan B place, but
they don't need it now that Thea owns the bar. And now she's in on the joke. It's like...
No, they didn't leave it because Thea didn't own the bar. They left it because Manute Bennett, or Deathstroke, figured out where it was. I know Miss Manute Bennett.
It's so funny that you get Manute Bennett right, but then you're saying Dingle.
Diggle. I like Manute Bennett as an actor. I think all the things he's done. I've seen Diggle in one other thing. He was in Draft Day. Guy plays Diggle. He was in Draft Day. He was one of the guys helping one of the
you're right.
Talent scouts, I guess, is what you call it. So, everything I've seen Manute Bennett in has been pretty darn good. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm glad you turned me on to Spartacus. Did we go in depth on Spartacus at any one point?
We did not, and we have time because we're at Arrow, and that's the last thing on my list. Unless you wanted to add something, we can talk about Spartacus. Really like the P. Except for Game of Thrones.
No, wait, you're going to talk about it. Are we actually talking about the series, or are you going to go in depth on your thing?
I was going to talk a little bit about this.
What do you want to do first?
First, I just want to say, if you get a chance and you really like Game of Thrones, and I'm a guy, you know me.
This is when I take a break.
I'm a guy of substance. What I mean by substance is a story. I'm a fan of the story as long as it's entertaining. I mean, any story is a story, and it can't be too bad.
I'm a man of substance abuse.
Yeah. We're both men of substance. His abuse, mine is story. If you like the story of Game of Thrones, I like the story, I like the action, but I like the story of Game of Thrones more than I just like the show. You should go out and get this game. It's only $5 on Steam. For $20 on Steam, you can get all the seasons, but you don't get it all right away. You gotta wait. So I just bought $5 at a time. It's a game called Game of Thrones: Iron from Ice. Telltale game. Now, if you ever played a Telltale game, it's very simple. Let's say there's also one out about The Walking Dead. In The Walking Dead, you have decisions you make that dictate things. Like, say you lie to one person, or you pick a fight with this person instead of this person. That person will appreciate you, and that person wants to kill you in the future, and that might dictate a decision they make later. Or you have a chance to run or save this person. If you run, that person dies, but other people know you bailed on them, so they don't trust you in the future. But if you save them, you risk a chance of dying yourself. But if you save them, and now you have someone else that can help you in the future. So there's a handful of things that a Telltale game, what you do dictates the future in your alliances and what other people think of you. Okay? I highly recommend this game. It takes place right after the Red Wedding. If you know what the Red Wedding is, tough shit. And if you enjoy the story, this game is really fun. It's really awesome. There's only 2 episodes out right now. It's about 2 hours of gaming time each episode, and there's 6 episodes total. So I don't want to ruin what all the plot is, but you're basically a family called the Forsters. You're a bannerman for Ned Stark, or the Stark family, I should say, not just Ned. And you're at the Red Wedding. You're about to go take Castle Rock, and that's when the Red Wedding happens. So your house is trying to survive after that because a handful of your guys get away. Let's just put it that way. So I highly recommend the game. And now we've talked about Game of Thrones. Chad, I'm done talking about the game.
What?
I'm done talking about the game. If you want to talk about Game of Thrones itself.
All right,
we're heading into season 6.
5. What I wanted to talk about is, first off, our favorite characters and who we want to die this season.
I'm kind of running out of people I want to die this.
Oh, there's a lot.
Season. I mean, I got Jon. No.
Okay, favorite characters first. Jon Snow is one of my favorite characters.
Who?
Jon Snow.
Yes, definitely one of my favorite characters. Another one of my favorite characters,
Arg.
Bridget, but she's dead, so that doesn't matter.
You mean Ingrid?
Ingrid, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. I was actually watching the Battle of the Wall today.
That made me sad and shit.
Dude, she was awesome. If she could have just survived that battle, and her and Jon Snow could have made like a little redhead, little snow red baby.
Super Irish snow babies.
Yes. God, she was awesome. That show needed like a strong. Now Ari's gonna take that place, but that show needed like.
Oh, but Ari's storyline is, I'm not gonna lie, my favorite. Aya's storyline is my favorite going on right now, next to Daenerys, because that's kind of hit like a snag because I don't like that she bought in. Yeah, Daenerys.
Dragon Queen,
I'm listening.
Khaleesi.
Khaleesi.
That one just kind of hit a place for me that I'm not happy with it right now. And I realize they'll probably get it straightened out, but I'm still not happy about it.
That she kicked that guy out.
Yeah, I understand why she's doing it, and I get where she's coming from, but now she's working off advice that was, what, almost 3 seasons old at this point? So it's like 3 years old. It's crap. He's proven his worth at this point.
It's 3 years based on us, but in the show, I'm sure it's not that long.
Yeah, but he's proven his worth up to this point. Why would he stab you back now?
I agree.
There's another one of my favorite characters in the show. The Mountain lifting, 1,800 pounds? Is that what it was? Like in life? Did you see that? 1,400, 1,800?
Something
broke like a 200-year-old Celtic record or 80-year-old Celtic record.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Anyway, sorry.
He'll be back next season.
As a zombie.
Well, I really like the Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. Unfortunately, he's dead.
Yeah.
A lot of this season, we're going to see a lot of the Martells.
I want to go see John Wick just to watch Reek die.
Yeah,
that is the only reason I want to go see that movie. Well, that and his Keanu Reeves, and that's always okay. But wow,
Ramsay Snow in the game, by the way, is a dick. You have a part where you take there's like an 11-year-old kid takes the place of is Lord Forrester of House Forrester, and Ramsay Snow. No matter what you do, and I looked it up to see because I got stabbed. He stabbed me in the throat. My character I was playing. And I tried looking it up to see how do I not get stabbed in the throat here? He's gonna stab you in the throat anymore of this. He goes to like take your sister away, and if you tell him to stop, he's like, "Oh, you have courage, little lord." I hate courage. And he stabs your neck. If you take away like and jump between the two, he's like, "Oh, you're bold, little lord." I don't like bold. No matter what you do, he fucking cuts your neck. He cuts your throat. You don't say anything at all. He's like, "Ooh, you're wise, little lord." I don't like wise. Basically, doesn't like adjectives. I just don't like adjectives.
Are we talking about Reek?
No, I'm talking about Johnson or
Ramsay.
Ramsay.
No, I'm still
Ramsay
talking about Reek. At first, when his character was introduced, it was like, wow, this guy is just a little bit off, but okay, let's see where this goes. And then they started developing his character a little bit, and I'm like, man, he's just a little bit weird. And I was like, all right, well, you know, if you were in that situation, you probably have kind of a fucked up childhood, and your shit would be kind of strange too. And then when he finger bangs his sister on a horse, I'm like, this motherfucker is fucking just gone. Like, there's no help for this little pervert. Like, he needs his dick cut off. And then that happened. And I felt bad for
I think he
one more drink. And then I was over it. And I thought, you know what? I want him to die. But I don't know if I want him to die by Ramsay's hand because I want him to die even worse. Like I wanted Joffrey dead. I wanted Joffrey dead, but I want Ramsay's bastard fucking dead. Like dead. Like I hope Tyrion runs him through. I hope he gets his dick cut off too. And they're both running around being little reeks.
Talking about Ramsay's Bolton now.
Yeah, whatever.
First, I want him to die. Him and Roose. First off, the flayed man. God, could there be a more sinister symbol for your house?
Yeah, why in the hell would you even do that? Like,
well, if you in the game they say this. This is what Ramsay says. A naked man has little secrets. A flayed man has none. That's their house, like, theory. That's their house, like, you know, every house, like, the North is coming. If the Lannister heroes roar.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Heroes roar.
We repair it as. But
no,
it's still. I know, but it's still funny to hear him say it all the time.
And the Lannister always pays his debts.
I cannot wait to see Tyrion out of.
But that is that is the house saying for the Boltons.
It's true.
It is true.
I've said for years that if we all had to walk around naked, we'd all have no secrets because you would know how you felt about an individual immediately. Whether or not you were scared or aroused or happy or sad, like all that would be automatic.
I think a lot of people would just refuse to go out in public.
I would be fair, but I mean, I'm not.
News columns.
I mean, I'm not going to walk through the net ghetto without getting laughed at, but that's all right. I'll get all right. I'll get over it.
But
I don't care.
I want Ramsay Snow to die. And I want.
So we're in agreement on that.
Ramsay.
Terribly.
Ramsay.
I want him to die at the hands of the Red Lady.
I don't.
That's what I want.
Here's the thing. I don't think Roose is as bad because Roose is very like he even yelled at Ramsay for cutting off Theon's jump.
Yeah, because you took like the bargaining chip away. Wow, that's terrible to say, but it's true.
Like, I don't think Roose is that. I think he understands, like, that's like your end all be all. That's what you do. Like, your last resort is that. I think Ramsey took that to a whole other level.
Well, if you would have said, if you don't pay me or do something, I'm going to literally take away any chance you have of having an heir ever.
Yeah.
Like that's the end all be all in those times. Now it's not a big deal, but then, well,
I really
there,
don't, I really
I will say there because it's not. It has nothing to do with then or now. It has to do with their planet and our planet because that sure as hell doesn't look like any continent I've ever seen.
I think it's like if you took England and times it by 10 and moved it south closer to Africa, that's what I think it is. That's what I personally think. If you triple the size of England, actually just take England and mix it with Greenland.
That could probably be it.
Yeah, and Iceland thrown in there a little bit. Move it down south, or move Africa closer. That'd probably be a better way to put it. Move Africa closer, where you have the desert and stuff, and you have like a little bit of the paradise. It's so weird though because you have one area that's literally like 10 miles from here, snow, sunlight, 30 degrees, 80 degrees, and right across the sea is the same exact thing. It's really weird.
It's Atlanta. It's Atlanta. It really is. It could be either or depending on what time of the year it is.
Yeah.
So, do you think Daenerys starts making her move this season?
I think at the end of the season.
She makes her move.
Yes, because you're going to have Tyrion.
Is she going to go by sea or by land?
She's going to go by sea. She has to go by sea. You can't go by land.
No, you can.
No, you can't.
I thought, if you went far enough north, you could do whatever.
I'm show you. I can show you the map.
I haven't looked at the map in a while.
It's by sea.
I was about ready to type in allegation on my computer, but that has nothing to do with Game of Thrones. That has to do with Aragon. Allegation.
No, I think either midway through this season. You saw, let's go off the trailer. We saw a lot of stuff in like where she is at Marine.
Yeah, she's still in Marine.
Yeah, she's still in Marine.
Marine.
And
but the Red Viper's family
is in Dorne.
But they should be making a move at this point.
They're in the process of making a move. I think
they got a hint on that at least a couple times this season.
I think Tyrion, and this is what the eunuch, little spider, the spider is trying to convince him to do. You need to go help Daenerys Targaryen. You have insight into defenses. You have insight into what they have and don't have militarily, whether it's with ships or their fighting styles also, because he did help fight the Battle of Bay.
Yes, but
you have all these intels.
But if he's telling her that, the spider needs to go with her or with him because he can restore her faith in her first night. And that needs to be done because
that
she will not win without him.
There's a thing I downloaded this weekend. What it is, it's a little bit behind, like 30 minutes of behind the scenes of filming season 5.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a scene where, like, you remember how it looks like a gladiatory arena? Well, that guy's fighting.
Yeah.
Well, there's that, and then like a couple other people come out, and Khaleesi's like with him. So I don't know what that means. That could either be like a happy coincidence, or maybe it was just during filming they filmed that, and they just happened to be walking around together. I don't know. But it looked like that might be a possibility. So we'll see. Okay.
I really wish we could do this outside, but that's besides the
point. I think that's what I think will happen. Is he will convince her that he has intel, and all he's going to ask in return is to have, whenever she takes King's Landing, to have Castle Rock. That's what my personal opinion is.
No. He's going to ask
to be Lord of Castle Rock. That's all
to take his sister's head.
No, I want her to die long before that happens.
No, I think it's only fitting that.
No, she'll be dead long before that. Here's why. She'll be dead long before that. Remember in season 2 when you had the Battle of the Bay, and they had that guy in the room with the sword. That if it sounds like the
it's over.
Yeah, they're gonna kill him. She'll die. She's either gonna die long before that, or she will leave King's Landing long before that happens.
Yeah, but how sweet would it be to have Tyrion kill Cersei?
I would love to have Tyrion kill Cersei.
That'd be thrilling. The only thing better would be if either Arya, Sansa, or Jon kill
I think
Cersei.
Bolton or the Ramsay Bolton should cut off her boobs.
No, I want someone I like to kill her, not someone I fucking hate. I want Arya, Sansa, or Jon to kill her.
I think Arya. I don't think she's gonna die till Arya comes back. That's my opinion on Cersei Lannister.
Arya.
Arya.
What the fuck is Arya?
Arya is the Stark girl. Arya Stark.
Arya.
Her name is Arya.
Ugh.
Her name is Arya. I promise you.
Arya.
Arya.
Arya Stark.
Arya.
Arya.
You're wrong, but okay.
Arya.
You're wrong. Okay.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The little chick that's going to become a fucking ninja assassin. Correct?
Yes, I think she's gonna kill. Well, she's also gonna kill Sansa.
Let the dog die.
She's also gonna kill Sansa.
What?
It's on her list. She has a list of people she says every night before she goes to sleep.
Why the hell are you gonna? No, yeah, never mind. Never mind.
I'm just saying.
I remember.
It's on her list.
I remember.
And now what?
Do you realize how hard it is to talk about this right now because it hasn't started yet? Because it literally.
I just want to put on the
it's
record
been a
who we want
year.
to die. That's all I'm trying
It's
to do.
literally been
8 months.
It's been quite a while.
It's been a while. It's
You
been
realize how terrible
almost
my
10 months.
memory is since I took Wellbutrin to quit smoking, and by the way, it didn't work.
You smoke away. You can get it at Walmart. So in
I'm
3
gonna
days
try-
you'll be done.
I'm gonna try Plexus.
Smoke away. You'll be done in 3 days.
Plexus.
You'll stop smoking in 3 days.
I'm gonna try Plexus. I'm gonna try Plexus. I
Okay,
actually have
cool.
a few deals in that.
So Cersei Lannister, we both agree, needs to die a horrible death. Ramsay Snow, and like I said, I don't think Bruce Bolton is that vicious. I think he's vicious and he's just positioning his house to be more successful than it was.
Bruce is the actual guy.
Bruce Bolton.
Bruce is the actual guy.
Yeah, his father. Ramsay's father.
Yeah, that guy.
I don't think he's that bad. I think
but
Ramsay
didn't
just
he
takes it
set
too.
up the red wedding?
No, that was the phrase.
I thought he was a hand in that.
He was a hand in that, but I don't think he's as vicious when it comes to because if it was his choice, they'd have flayed it. Flayed. Is it flayed man or flayed?
The flayed man. The
The
flayed
flayed
man.
man.
That's their flag is literally
A man upside down on a rack. Like
What's
this.
that term for not Darwin? Da Vinci's painting.
Oh, the
Peruvian man.
yeah, whatever it's called. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like that, but opened up.
Well, every man could technically fit in a circle based on how they put their arms and their feet. That's what.
Yeah,
that's what
but
that is.
that's pretty much what their banner looks like. Only the guy's like his dork is.
Yeah.
Still weird. It just says a lot about the sexual tensions going on in your community.
I just that just
that is like
that irks me
the
so-
last banner
it
that I
just
would line
bugs-
up
it
on.
just bugs me that's their house emblem.
Well, no, the thing that you told me that bugged you the most about last season, that two of the characters are supposed to survive, died in the cave.
That didn't bug me that much.
You definitely
watching
had a
the sh-
hang up on it after
I
you watched
did.
that episode. You were
'Cause,
definitely talking about it.
was it Pip and Grimm?
Yeah, they were supposed to be
They
major
were-
players.
And they're supposed to be like. I just feel like Jon Snow's alone now.
I like
That's my issue because those guys are like with him like all the way to now in the books, but they're supposed to be with him all the way to the end.
Who is this? R.R.
Yeah.
Martin?
George R.R. Martin. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the fact that he's like, I read my books, I wrote my books.
No,
and
they're
let's-
changing stuff. Like okay, there's
but-
a new story coming along with. Remember the chick that watched Oberyn Martell die, his lover or whatever.
Yeah, over.
And there's a part in Martell and Dorne that goes to someone else, but she's kind of absorbing that role also. They're just cutting out all the bonus characters of what they're really doing.
I don't know. I like the way he's doing it because he has, if I'm not mistaken, and from what I've read, he does have final say on some shit.
He does.
So maybe he read his books and realized, well, what? You know what? I didn't really like
I
that
think
way.
he
I think I'm gonna
understands.
let's do this instead. And plus, if you went exactly by the books, you're not going to have a captive audience because if they miss a week, they're not going to miss shit because they read the book. The fact that you're changing it up, and I mean changing it up enormously, especially
It's not
with
that
the
enormous.
dog.
It's not that enormous.
He
not-
was supposed to die in
No, he wasn't.
what?
Talking about the Hound?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was supposed to die way earlier,
No,
wasn't
it
he?
wasn't. No.
Who was it? You told me someone was supposed to die way before they did, and they lasted a lot longer than they should.
Shane from Walking Dead.
No. This is about strictly Game of Thrones. We had this conversation. I brought it up, and you're like, no. He actually should have died. And he didn't.
I'm trying to think who you're talking
I'm
about.
thinking it was the Hound.
I don't think it was the Hound.
Who died in the jousting tournament? Someone was supposed to die that didn't die in the jousting tournament.
Someone was
It
supposed
goes all the way back to that far.
No, he was supposed to kill someone during the jousting tournament. He didn't.
No. It was someone we liked that was supposed to die and they did.
Someone like that was supposed to die.
Was it the Red Man? No. It wasn't the Red Man.
Don't remember.
All right, doesn't matter. We're gonna kill the internet with our procrastination, so we're not gonna.
Who else needs to die? The Freys, Walder Frey needs to die. Horrible
Seriously?
death.
Jamie Lannister now, you get an
Okay,
alibi, son. You
there's-
get an alibi. You're
there's a
doing
di-
some very kinky shit in the
there's
bedroom,
a-
but you know what? You get to live.
There's a dynamic that I've never had in any other show except for this one. There's not one character. This is one character I like by himself 1,000 times more than when he's with another character. When Jamie Lannister's with anyone else, like when he's talking to Brienne, or talking to his father, or talking to
Anybody but Cersei.
I
love
like
him.
when he talks to Tyrion. Him and Tyrion have a great friendship.
That is a great
That is a great
That is
relationship.
fantastic.
But when he's with Cersei, I just like, why? You know you're not a bad dude. You saved millions of people by being the Kingslayer, by just betraying your oath and killing
taking that horrible name,
killing the Mad King, by taking the horrible name, by
you
betraying
did the
your
world
oath.
a favor.
You saved at least 1 million people. It was at least a million people in King's Landing. Plus, you could have killed a lot more people with the people trying to invade.
Well, but he saved the kingdom
Yes.
from itself.
Yes, so to speak. So I don't think you're a bad dude, but how do you not see how vicious and how much a fucking cunt she is?
Well, let's. Can I look at that from the other angle? Do you mind?
How's that going?
He's playing the game because he realizes how dangerous she is. He's keeping her
He could just
on
slice
a
her
leash.
throat and be done.
Yeah, but he's keeping her on a leash. Because maybe there's something she is useful. I haven't figured it out yet, but maybe there's something
She
she's
is
useful
God.
for.
Okay, I'll give you an example. And this happens in the game where you're actually writing the note. Like, you remember out during the Red Wedding, she said all the scraps left over be donated to the orphanage and the children's houses.
Yeah. no,
Marjorie says that.
Yes.
And Cersei Lannister just she literally does write that
Oh,
note.
yeah.
Like, because you're one of the characters, you're one of the Forster handmaidens, and you're writing that note for Marjorie. Just how evil and how much she despises other people I cannot stand. How much she's done nothing. Okay, if it wasn't for all the guards and the money, she'd be nothing. At least Jamie, for all that he is,
He can fend for himself even with one hand.
yes, even with one hand he could put a shield on. He could probably just bolt a knife to his hand. He could still do pretty good.
But the training he got with Tyrion's guard.
Braun.
Yeah, that was.
He's apparently a big part of the story. That
was good.
That's
was good
another
work
character
in
that's
there. I
absorbing
liked it.
someone else's role. That I was telling that I was just
No,
saying.
you
like,
said two people's role.
you
You said they're taking characters and combining them.
they are, and he's not a major character in the books.
Well, I didn't read the book, so don't.
But I'm
Enlighten
going
me.
off what Charlie said, the guy I listened to who explains everything, and I'm so like bent on getting my Game of Thrones fix. I'm reading all the books now. I'm gonna read all the books. I have to.
He's gonna be caught up because we're currently caught up on Sansa's story. That is the only one we're 100% caught up on, correct? According to the books.
Bran also.
Bran.
Brandon.
Brandon.
As in the guy who can ward. Which theory
Yeah,
is
that is
they're gonna try to teach him
looking
to
good.
ward. They're gonna try to teach him to ward dragons. That's my goal. That's my theory on that. But his story is not gonna. It shouldn't even show up this season.
No, actually, he should be. Actually, him and Sansa should both be ghosts this season. Like we should have nothing going on the northern end of the country.
No, you have a lot going on north.
Well, other than Jon.
Okay, the Vale isn't technically north, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, whatever.
Jon Snow's got some stuff going on. You have Stannis Baratheon, and I did a little bit of research.
God, what a fucking dork.
I don't dislike him. I dislike.
I don't dislike him.
I
I dislike the Red
Woman.
Lady's manipulation there of him and manipulating his wife there in and of, and their daughter. Fuck, I don't care if she's got a fucking tattoo on the side of her face. She's still cold.
Yeah. I did a little bit of research.
Yeah.
Stannis. Now whether I had this theory before that he bought that army because he got backing from the bank. I don't know if he actually bought the army. Here's why. He had soldiers left over from the battle.
Not that many.
He only at
That,
the wall.
dude, that literally
at the wall,
looked like an entire brigade.
3,000. I actually played it on my computer and counted. Now I didn't count like every. No, here's all I did. No. That's all I did. You know how like.
And I'm the one with the drinking problem.
You know how. How's that dude? You know how most like the Romans used to do a cohort like 40 by 40.
Oh yeah,
160.
That's the only way you do it.
Yeah. Well, in cavalry they do it 3 deep by 15.
Yes.
And there was 64 groups of that. So you have 45 times 64. It's roughly about 3,000, give or take. So that's 3,000 like really armored cavalrymen, which a good cavalry unit can take down any infantry unit if it's well trained, easily.
As long as it doesn't have tanks.
Well, you're not gonna have tanks in Game of Thrones, but
I'm just saying infantry.
Huh?
I'm just saying an infantry unit has tanks nowadays.
They don't have cavalry
I'm
anymore,
just
you jackass.
Yeah, they do.
They don't have cavalry anymore.
Yeah, they do.
They don't have people riding in on horses.
The Budweiser Clydesdales come in with Tony shooting arrows.
Yeah, they also carry dogs.
Dogs. Yes, that's right. With kegs of beer to refresh the troops so they can fight longer. Now I'm just picking on you.
I just think Stannis. If he has a good cavalry, that gives him an advantage in most fights. But your cavalry can't run over walls.
Then there was no point in going to the bank. Otherwise,
it does not say he got the back. I think he got the back.
I know he got the backing. His pirate did the backing, or not his pirate. His lieutenant did the backing.
The hand of the king.
Whatever.
He's the hand.
His lieutenant,
who was missing his from here up on his hands.
Yes,
he's
he's
not missing his fingers. He's just missing there up.
Yes, his lieutenant.
We'll see how that story develops.
It's gonna be interesting.
Remember in the trailer we saw like a sea, like close to the ocean, like fishing town. Looks like it's like right on the coast.
Yeah. Are we still talking about the Iron Bank, or are we talking about somewhere else?
We're talking about Stannis.
There really wasn't a whole lot of going on except for the Iron Bank in that. Well, the port would look like a huge trade port, but it didn't look like a huge.
Well, where the Iron Bank is where Arya is. Braavos.
Right.
That's where Arya is.
Yeah, that's where she's gonna learn how to be a ninja assassin.
I don't know about ninja. She's gonna go blind too.
Well, but that's part of the training.
Yes. Sorry, spoiler.
We already have that.
Ari will go blind.
Ari.
It's Ari.
It's good.
I've listened to the audiobook. It's Ari. Arya. Whatever. You pronounce it wrong or your life. I don't care.
I don't give a shit. It sounds better the way.
Anyone else would want to die this season?
Really, the simple fact that this conversation got started by who do you want to die in a Game of Thrones, and then here we are. Christ, close to 40 minutes later.
Who do we want to die?
Boltons. You know what sucks?
What's that?
Is we should have saved this till the first week in April.
No.
Yeah.
We'll have this conversation again the first week in April because we'll be so pumped. Dude, we're going to be so...
We'll be so...
And by then I'll have the books read, so...
So, which means you have to stop by my house twice a week.
I'm cool with that.
I'm just saying.
It takes 2 seconds to give you the episode.
I'm just saying.
So... God, I cannot wait till this season starts.
Except for the first one, because I always get free HBO that weekend.
You might want to look. I don't think.
Don't fuck me, HBO. Don't fuck me.
Don't fuck me. If you do, you gotta give them a reach around.
Because I'm sure as hell not going to IMAX to watch the last 2 episodes. Sorry.
That wouldn't be bad though. I watched the Wall episode again today.
That'd be interesting, but man. Fuck the
I'm
nearest,
telling you,
I'm telling you, but the nearest fucking IMAX is Penn Mills. It's 2.5 hours away.
I'm telling you, HBO, put all your episodes in theaters.
We had this.
You would make so much money if you
and
had
charge half ticket price
$3
entry.
You would make so much money.
What is it?
Every week, $8. A matinee is like $5.50.
Charge $3 to go see it, coast to coast. In digital
and then
theaters.
Air it Monday night.
You would still make a ton of money. People
you
would watch it in the theater and go home and refresh.
You can have it air till 10, and then at 10 o'clock it shows up on HBO. HBO still gets their people viewing it.
No, one up the shit. You show it in the theater on Sunday night at half ticket price, and then re-air it Friday nights on HBO. You'll still get the views because people are going to want to refresh for what they've already included in their package.
Maybe.
I'd pay $3 to see Game of Thrones every fucking
So
week.
do I.
I'd pay
So
$5. I'd pay $5 to see it. I'm not gonna lie. I'd pay $5 to see it.
I'd pay as much as $8
at my local cinema. At my local cinema. I'm not gonna drive hours upon hours to see it.
I would go as far as say $8. I'd pay $8 a week to watch an hour. I would
Hey.
honestly do it.
How much would you pay to see Game of Thrones every week on the big screen?
In theaters.
Maybe
$5.
See, $5.
$5.
Now,
Thank you, Holly.
there's 3 of us here. If the 3 of us were to watch it, 10 episodes, $150 just for 3 of us.
Yeah, that's it.
That we're willing to pay every week to go see Game of Thrones.
Yeah, okay. No. 10 episodes, $5 a person.
$50 for me, $50 for you, $50 for her.
Alright.
$150.
Yeah, really?
A whole season would cost us $50. $5, 10 episodes, Chad, $50. That's me.
Okay.
And then you, that's 100, and her, 150.
You can't see it, but I'm making this face.
I can see it. I can kind of see it.
Yeah, let me see me doing that. Fuck you.
His math is
Oh,
bad
yeah,
right now.
shit.
Just don't worry about his math, internet. I'm not the one doing bad.
You're the
math.
one who's like, oh, we're not even getting it. Alright.
I would love to see that in theaters.
I would, the last episode of last season, The Wall. Yeah, we are not on a fucking clock, son.
We're not.
The last
I got
episode of
10
last
text
season with The
messages.
Wall, with the way shit was going with the camera angles, that would have been pretty impressive. Actually, let's zoom back to the Battle of the Bay. That would have been fucking sweet ass shit.
Yeah, it was choppy. It was a good battle, but it was choppy.
Well, but they didn't make it for that. Had they made it with that in mind, I'm pretty sure they did a great job at it. They got a great
big
fucking
battle.
budget.
Big battle coming.
They got a great fucking budget.
They make it. It cost them about $6 million an episode to make. What I've heard.
I'm sure the intake is worth it.
I'm curious as to how much. Game of
Okay,
Thrones
wait a
made
minute.
this season.
Is that your list?
That's my top 10.
Did you stick to straight to board games and card games?
Yeah.
Because I just went with
Games other than computer games. And video games. That's what
I went a lot.
Well, okay, there's one. There's another one that are not board games.
I think it went a lot different direction.
Hold on a second. How much does Game of Thrones make?
Per episode.
Gross. We'll say gross. Okay, you want drinking games? Damn it! I need to put beer.
I said non-board
No, that's
games.
fine.
I didn't like constrict it.
That's fine. I need to throw beer pong in or something.
No, beer pong is not a game. It's an endeavor. You set out to play beer pong.
How much
You don't
gold
play-
is Game of Thrones worth?
No, that is not even close. Like, then I got to do a conversion.
How much does Game of Thrones make? Game of Thrones make. Well, on here it says $6 million an episode, easily. That's
Okay, that's
profit
That's
after all
profit?
they spend.
Well, if they spent $6 million and they're making $6 million,
No. That's after the. Okay, let's say the episode costs like $30 million to make.
So they're still pocketing $6
Yes.
after the fact.
After every episode. That was last season.
Damn it! Put it in theaters. People will pay for that.
No,
I
hold
would've-
on. It costs $6 million an episode.
He's killing me.
Scroll.
He's killing me. I'll punch him in his face right now.
I'm reading it, damn it.
Read more fastly.
More fastly. $6 million an episode. What does it make?
I can't even tell you how much I want a cigarette. Thank you, podcast, for not making me smoke.
$60 million an episode.
To make?
No, that's how much they profit.
Put it in theaters and charge $3.50. Christ, kids.
First season,
Come on.
they made $15.3 million an episode.
Put it in theaters and charge $3.50. Just do it.
Okay,
And make it
here's
in
a heads up.
3D so you can see.
On average, every Sunday, Game of Thrones gets 7.1 million viewers in the United States alone.
Cash money.
Imagine if you put that in theaters. Let's just take the bottom end of that, and let's do half of these people. If you have 3 million people watching this show
At $5 a pop.
at $5 a pop,
We'll take $5 a pop.
that's $15 million a week.
HBO. Put it in theaters on Sunday nights. Make the people come to you.
You
will be able to
when you
pack.
when you have a product like that, they will come to you.
We have a Cinema 8 up here. I would bet you, bottom dollar, you could pack 2 of them full.
Oh my God, easily.
Easily you pack 2 of them full.
Easily.
What does each theater seat? What's Rosecki's busy.
Well, it depends on the theaters too.
Let's
theaters
go with
are
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Those are the big ones.
I would guess between 300 to 400
Total or per piece?
total, or per piece. They're big theaters. The ones in the back, like 5 and 6, they get about, I think you get maybe 100 if you're lucky. So and those are like whenever movies are on their last leg. So
do the math. One night a week. Make a Game of Thrones night at theaters across the nation and make it so they're our hubs. No overlapping our hubs. People are going to drive 30 minutes to see Game of Thrones on the big screen. I would in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
And I'm within a hub. I'm within, good God, I'm within like 3 hubs. I don't know if I drive to Morgantown.
I drive to Morgantown. You can ride with me. How's that sound?
It's even better. It means I don't have to be a responsible individual. Actually, you know where we need to go?
What's that?
There's actually a theater complex in Pittsburgh that serves drinks.
Where's this?
I would have to ask somebody.
Is it
I haven't
IMAX?
talked to in a long time.
IMAX, I agree with you.
You're gonna make me text somebody I don't like very much at all.
Okay, do you want to talk anything else about Game of Thrones?
So, okay, ultimately, who is the person you like the least and would like to see them die the most?
It's a tie between Cersei Lannister and Ramsay Bolton. Cersei because of how she treats everyone in general, and Tyrion. Ramsay because I can understand him to an extent because
I do.
In where they live, they treat bastards like complete shit. You can't help who your father is, and the fact that your father took no claim to who you are, and that he slept around on his wife. And that's why it'd be like they were talking about this. It'd be better if the guy was talking about this. I listened to it. It'd be better if the Lannisters, like Jaime and Cersei, were born in Dorne, because if so, like whoever takes control of Castle Rock, like since Tywin Lannister's dead, right?
Yeah.
Because Jaime is in the guard, he relinquishes all the rights to his family and property. Because Cersei is a female, she doesn't have right to property, and that's the rule of the Seven Kingdoms. If they live in Dorne, she could technically be Lord of Castle Rock.
So it comes down to Cersei's second.
Hold on a second.
Cersei's second born because neither of them can control property. Tyrion has smart.
Technically, Tyrion is the rightful heir to Castle Rock.
He's the Lord of the Kingdom.
Technically, he is,
but he's gone.
But who gets it is actually his name's Kevin Lannister. Kevin Lannister was in seasons 1 and 2 as one of the Lannister or Tywin Lannister's like generals. That's who's gonna get it. I'm gonna give you that heads up. He's coming back this season.
Yeah, well.
Hopefully you saw him at the Red Wedding. He was in the Red Wedding for like 5 minutes. He just sat there and said nothing. But he will be back for this season. That's who's technically getting it. Now, what I was referring to is Dorne doesn't treat their quote unquote their bastards
in such a way.
No, they treat them like.
Nor do they treat their perverts in such a way either,
because they're really open about dual sexuality and so on. So
it is what it is.
Yeah, they're really open about that, and it's probably why they've won. Obviously, that wasn't too bad because they couldn't be conquered by the Seven Kingdoms. The Seven Kingdoms have a massive army compared.
Because they don't piss everyone off; they just let them be themselves.
Yeah,
You got happy people that way.
Not to mention they're way better skilled soldiers.
Oh, Christ!
Like
they're like Deathstroke level kick ass.
Well, Jamie, this is in the trailer, and Jamie does go to Dorne for something. Now, whether that's to negotiate or whether that's to have some fun.
Bree with you.
Bree is on the search for the Sansa girl, the Starks. She what? Sansa and Ari, or like Ira, as you call her.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Whatever.
I had a daughter. Her name.
So and then that's why I'm not exactly don't think Ramsay Snow is. I kind of pity him, but I still don't think it's necessary the way he is, because he does get treated like shit just because he's the bastard. Look at Jon Snow. Jon Snow was a great fighter.
Yeah, but he didn't turn out to be a piece of shit.
I know. Well, we also got to depend on the house you're raising him too. And
it was a good house.
It was a
good clean house.
Look at the Bolton house. And whenever their emblem is, you must torture a man.
The filleted man.
Yeah.
Not flayed.
Filleted.
Like
anyway, shrimp. So it's between those two. Ugh. Those two are my least favorite, and they need to die. I would say Walder Frey would be in that mix too, but he's probably on my third on my list.
I want Cersei and Reek. Now I want Reek and Bolton to die.
Why Reek? He's got his junk cut off.
I don't like that motherfucker.
I don't like him either, but I have
no sympathy for him.
I have no sympathy for Ramsay whenever Reek.
Dude, after he finger banged his sister, fuck him. I don't give a shit.
Okay, Jamie did the same thing.
Yeah.
He did it a bunch. He did it a lot.
In
fairness, though, Jamie knew it was his sister. And Theon didn't know it was his sister.
Fuck Theon.
It's not like, you my sister? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to hand down there.
Right. No. Jamie actually has some redeeming qualities.
Like?
Chivalry.
Okay.
With the way he interacted with Brienne, the way he currently is interacting with Brienne, the way he defended his brother, even though everyone else is trying to plunge him down the drain. James just got a lot more going for him than Theon Greyjoy.
I don't understand why Theon is on your list of needs to die. 'Cause what has he actually done other than finger banging his sister?
He was born.
Okay, in fairness to him, if you had to watch all your brothers get their heads cut off, and the guy who cuts off your brother's heads decides to raise you up as his own, how would you feel? It'd be kind of screwed up. You'd feel kind of messed up and confused.
He tried to kill 2 children.
That's why I don't like you don't think Ramsay? You didn't think Cersei Lannister had any?
No, I'm not. I am least bit happy with Cersei Lannister. I mean, she should die as well, but I don't know, man. I just don't like that fucker. He's a shifty little bastard.
Okay. By the way, John Wick, you should watch it. It's a good movie.
Yeah, he dies, right?
Yes.
Horribly and terribly, and
yes.
No, okay.
But it is.
I'm gonna go watch John Wick anyway.
Okay.
On to Game of Thrones. Do we have anything else?
Who is your favorite character of all the characters?
Hands down.
There's so many good ones.
Baby, who's your favorite Game of Thrones character?
Arya. Thank you.
Arya. Thank you. Arya.
Thank you.
2 for Arya.
It's Arya.
Arya.
Even your wife says it right. You have 2 on 1 here. I'm pretty sure your son agrees with his mother. So 3 on 1, and all your cats agree with me, right, cats?
You didn't see what shirt he was wearing, did you?
No, I haven't seen that.
All right, asshole.
I'm gonna look at it.
All right, your favorite character?
There's so many I like. Jon Snow's up there.
Daenerys is nice, but I don't know.
She's corrupted. That's my issue with her. She's being corrupted now. She needs to get her shit together.
I like
Tyrion is actually one of my favorite characters. He's the best actor on the show. Peter Dinklage, the midget.
Oh yeah, he's. You didn't even have to say that.
He's a midget.
Well, everyone need to know. If you don't know who Peter Dinklage is, you need therapy because he's quite popular.
He's a midget. Sorry. If that offends somebody, I'm not here to be nice. I'm here. That's what you are as a midget. That's what you're classified as. You have midget syndrome or whatever it's called.
No, that's Kirsten. Kirsten is actually an inch taller than a midget, but an inch shorter than a short human. So,
I love you, Kirsten. I really do.
They
Bionic
actually
Babe. Bionic Babe, you were my hero.
They actually found actual hobbits in Australia.
Yeah.
Whole families scaled down to like 2 feet tall.
Yeah, that was actually like months ago.
Yeah. But okay, who else do I like? Jamie's okay, but
Not my
Snow, Ari. I like Sansa, but she seems like I think she's gonna start doing some
She's
fun
gone
stuff.
dark bitch.
She's starting to
She's literally that far away from being Cersei.
Sansa? No, not even close.
Yeah, no, she's that far away.
She hasn't
from being
tortured
Sansa.
him yet. She didn't torture a baby brother.
Dude, we have
I hold that against her.
we have seasons upon seasons of that.
That's what I hold against Cersei Lannister. How she did things to her baby brother. That's one of the main things I have against her.
Yeah.
And she
Oh, come on. It was that easy for me to pick my favorite character in the entire show, and here you are hung up on the dumb shit.
Trying to think here. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to say, well, I like Brandon, but I'd have to say Jon Snow.
Alright.
And then R would be my close second. Ari.
Whatever.
Can you not say A's?
No, I heard it pronounced Aya a couple
Say
times
Arrow.
in the episode.
Is it Arrow or Iro? There, see?
It's Arrow.
I just want to.
Arrow.
I just want 80 to you.
It's Arrow.
I just want
Say
80.
hero.
Okay.
Say hero.
We'll get off the
Say
Game of
hero.
Thrones.
Dumbass.
We'll get
Hero.
off here. Get off Game of Thrones. Top 10.
Which was a nice lead into the top 10 this week.
Top 10 assholes. Number 10, Chad. Number 9,
Chad.
Number 8, Chad.
Number
7,
Travis.
Barack Obama.
Fuck Travis.
Okay, our top 10, which is his idea this week.
Oh, Travis, you still gotta bring that bike over in the springtime.
In the middle of the snow.
No, in the springtime.
What was this week's category? Go ahead.
You can go for choose. Top 10 games that are not video in nature. So, apparently I went a completely different way than he did. I card anything that did not require electronics to play. So I even excluded Battleship, or at least electronic Battleship. So, darts, always fun. You don't have to be at a bar. You can be at your house. You know, it's just some darts, and it's always fun. Billiards, pool.
Darts is part of billiards.
Well, I didn't want to say pool because there's some dumb fuckers out there trying to go swimming. Pool is not a game; it's a sport.
Go ahead, man.
Cornhole. You know what cornhole
I know
is?
what cornhole is.
Cornhole is 2 boxes exactly 25 feet apart. You gotta throw it back and forth. Good game. Monopoly.
Okay. Always
quality fun. Chess. Above that.
We need to play a game of chess, by the way.
Not right now.
Not obviously not right now.
After that, categories.
Never played it.
Seriously?
Never played it. I'm serious.
Categories. It's always fun, and the drunker you get, the more fun it becomes. Uno.
Not a bad game. Pretty fun.
Everyone loves a good game of Uno. After that, Cards Against Humanity. My new favorite passion. It is a blast. It doesn't matter if you have, as long as you have more than 3 people, it's fun. 2
You
people.
need to download an app, by the way. And this is what it is. No, you can play that on your phone now. And if everyone around you has like an iPhone or whatever, you can play it all on your phone, and it's all via the Wi-Fi. It's really fun. You don't have to worry about the cards or anything.
Okay. After that, poker, because you always have a good time with poker.
Poker, I don't even know.
You can play blackjack, because you can play strip poker. And if you're playing strip poker, play blackjack. And number 1 for me is asshole.
Okay.
Number 1 for me, flat out, non-electronic, non-video game.
Okay, we're gonna have to have another one. This is strictly drinking games.
Oh, I didn't specify.
We'll do that. We might do that soon.
Let me guess. It's like Battleship, Mousetrap.
I'll show, you'll see.
All right, throw it down.
Number
All
10 is checkers.
Oh, wait a minute.
Sorry.
Honorable mention
Go ahead.
is a game that I helped invent that we will demonstrate for you this summer. I can't do it right now. It's winter outside. I don't have a large enough room in my house to set up the table. It's pretty impressive, and it is a blast. We will get Travis.
Rounds.
Yeah, TR. and I'll get another guy over here, and well, actually, I'll just let the wife do it, and we put the baby in a thing, and we will play a round of Wookiee Bush for you guys on screen once the weather breaks, because I really wish I could just grab the camera and just go. It sucks outside.
It does.
But once summer hits, we're gonna be doing this outside on the back deck. We're gonna show you what Wookiee Bush looks like, and I promise you, by Memorial Day, we're gonna take you guys outside, and we're gonna show you how to play Wookiee Bush. And I actually gotta get 2 guys over here to sign off on that because they helped invent it. It's a game you never heard of, but it's beer pong times 4.
I know there's a game I'm missing. I was just thinking.
So, awesome sauce. Can't wait for you guys to see it.
Okay, I'm putting in some honorable mentions. I didn't know we were doing that.
No, it's a game I helped invent.
Okay, so honorable mentions first. You ever play the Goosebumps games? Goosebumps Haunted Cemetery and Goosebumps Haunted.
She may have. I did not.
Okay, well, basically, you gotta get through a cemetery without dying. And you gotta get through another one's like Haunted Amusement Park, and you gotta get through an amusement park without dying. Those are both board games. Connect 4, channel surfing. Well, you had all these tickets, and you had like 33 minutes. You have to scan through all the channels and find stuff on these little cards. Last game was Grey Ghost. If you've never played it, it's like hide and go seek but reversed. Okay, in hide and go seek, everyone hides and one person has to go find them all. In Grey Ghost, you have one person hide and everyone has to go search for him. Once they find him, they have to holler Grey Ghost and you have to get back to the safety safe. If the ghost gets to you and touches you before you get back to the safety safe, you're now the Grey Ghost. And so that person goes and hides, and everyone else is like count and wait or whatever. And then
does the safe state move, or is it permanent?
It jumps around. You can move it from like different areas.
Okay. Makes it a little more fun because it was the same place.
If you have for example, when we used to play as my kids, when I was a kid, all the neighborhood kids used to play. What happened was my mom would like to get involved, so she would put. We had a flip flop was orange, and she would put that on the safety safe. And so we all like scattered to go look for whoever the Grey Ghost was. She would move it to something else.
Oh.
So you also had to find the safety.
Your mom was up on shit.
That was her game. That was how she participated. That's how she participated. She would move the safety safe. So it's a really fun game, but it does not make my top 10. But it's a really fun game. I highly recommend
participation in your child's fun. Get in on that.
Safety safe. You find a Grey Ghost. You got to holler it so everyone knows to get back to the base. You got to run and. You gotta get there. Even if the ghost beats you there, you can still get there. You just can't be touched. Once the Grey Ghost touches you, you're now the Grey Ghost. Fun game. I really enjoy that game. Okay, number 10 on my list is Checkers. Always liked it. It's a fun game. I think everyone enjoys Checkers.
Over chess? Or is chess higher?
Number 10. Chess is higher. Number 9 is Battleship. Awesome game.
Electronic or original?
Either one.
No.
Electronic was a little easier though because you didn't have to do all the.
You couldn't cheat on electronic.
Yeah. Number 8 was hide and go seek.
Dude, nice. You went a little outside the box anyway. Good job.
Number 7 was pool. I love pool. I'm really good at pool.
Billiards.
Billiards also includes darts, buddy.
Pools are something you swim in. Billiards is something you play.
You play pool. You play pool. I'm going to the pool.
Pool. You don't play pool.
Whatever. Number 6 is Monopoly. I have an outright respect for the game Monopoly because it is a perfect example of how vicious the corporate industry can be, and that game shows exactly how vicious it can be. So there's no other game.
There's no prize of Monopoly.
There's no other game that perfectly illustrates how like
the American economy works
exactly.
in and of itself.
That is a perfect rendition of how the American economy works. Number 5 is Dungeons and Dragons, and it is a card game.
That was so close. Actually, and the other thing that missed my list was MOTG. Magic or MTG.
Never played that. Pokemon would have been my other one.
Magic the Gathering was there.
I didn't
It
consider-
really was there. It was a block.
I didn't consider Pokemon.
I love playing Magic.
Had a really good Pokemon deck.
We're that nerdy. We don't look it. We really don't. Like, he looks like a weightlifter, and I am just some guy that showed
Hey,
up.
just because you
Where
lift
would
weights
you
doesn't
say
mean you
that?
can't have nerd stuff to go home to.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I lift weights, go home, play video games. and
Don't
watch.
look at the face.
Yeah.
Don't let the bodies betray you. We are beasts at nerd.
Number 4 is Texas Hold'em. Not specifically. I like poker, but Texas Hold'em is my favorite poker game.
I just said poker in general because I could have like sucked up an entire day with how many poker.
Number
games
3
I like to play.
is Blackjack. Number 5, I'm gonna go back to number 5 real quick, which is D&D. I have not played that in a while, and I miss it. God damn it! I really miss playing that game. We knew you needed some people to play that game. We do.
Let me call somebody.
We need to play with like 4 or 5 people and get to playing that game again. So I got a friend that would gladly play with us. Jared would play with us.
I need to call pro. I need to call pro in as a
Dungeon
game
Master.
runner. Yeah.
Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3, Blackjack. I enjoyed playing it. I can count cards. And now they got a new shuffler at the casinos. That's why I don't go anymore.
There's
Pisses me
other
off.
casinos.
I know.
You're like revealing your secret on the interwebs.
I don't care. Like everyone in the casino's like, oh, we gotta watch out for this guy.
Joe Hardy is checking you out right now, and he's like, if he comes in, then never call him. I'm like, gotcha, nigga.
Number 2, Cards Against Fucking Humanity. That game is awesome.
It was lower on my shit, but it was on my shit.
Number 2 on my list. It's Cards Against Humanity. Love that game.
Did you put chess as number 1?
Chess is number 1. I love chess. You want to play chess after this? I got time.
Well,
That's a
how
yes.
about I watch the baby and I let you play my wife in chess?
Okay.
That'd be far more interesting to me.
Jess, that's happening. We're playing chess.
Jess! You're playing chess with JD after this is over.
All right. So chess.
That wasn't a no.
That wasn't enough. So chess, one of my favorite games. Well, obviously it's my favorite board game. I've always had a brain for it, and it really changed when I started getting good at chess. It changed how I looked at everything else. So I got better at basketball. Got better at analyzing worldly situations, like situations.
You can look at it from the outside after you figure out chess.
What do you mean?
You look at it when you're playing basketball. You're looking at it from the court view. But if you can look at basketball from chess view, everybody's just pieces on the court, and they're going here to there and here to there, and there's going to be moves. And if you see a guy do this, you know he's going to do that or this or that, and you narrow it down to 3 plays. Pretty much.
Yes and no.
Yeah, there's always going to be the wild card play that this guy gets open and you didn't anticipate that. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you can look at basketball from the top down, the court is a lot easier to handle. But looking at it from side view makes all the difference in the world.
The game of, well, we'll just say the game of.
Let's just don't
Chess or
complicate my
basketball.
bullshit.
No, I'm going to support your bullshit. It is a game of X's and O's. Chess, technically, and
Hey.
chess and basketball are both games of X's and O's. The difference is, in basketball, you also have Jims and Joes that execute the X's and O's. In chess, you don't have that. Chess, it's all up here. I've always had this theory: if I could clone me and have a whole basketball team full of me, it'd be a much better basketball team because everyone would have my understanding of the game of basketball and what I try to accomplish when I'm playing.
Not so much.
Yeah, yes.
Can you imagine having an entire team of this? And never
I don't
mind
know
the
about
lack
that.
of never mind the lack of athletic ability. Imagine the psychological.
I'm just
issues
talking
that
about
you have on
mentally.
that team.
A team
Like you would literally have 26 LeBron James that had no skill whatsoever at all. That would just be a problem. It's problematic at best. This is Chuck. He's a beast. He'll kick your ass, and if you hate him, he will come across the internet and eat your soul.
All I'm saying is, like, I have an understanding of what when I do. Like, I told you this. I play basketball like in like an hour and a half.
I can't even tell you how happy
And-
he is that we went this long on that. You were so thrilled.
Anyway, and I have guys that they're way better than me. They're younger than me. They're about 20, and they don't understand. Let's picture basketball court, this 3-point line right here, and then 5 guys around the 3-point line on offense. If you're this guy here and you penetrate, you get by your guy, 2 guys got to help stop the penetration. And that opens up 2 guys wide open. Okay? And they don't understand that when you do that, you created open shots. 2 open shots right there. You have 2 offensive options. Or if you consider the fact that when the ball is thrown here and the defense is closing out, when the closeout happens, I can attack the hoop and be wide open and attack and score a layup rather than take a 3. Now, I'm a 3-point shooter, but that's my point. And I'm a better passer than he is, so I can kick it to someone and might have a better look than I do. Now, everyone else has to help. He doesn't understand that. And that's what I mean when I say that if I could be everyone on the team, I understand what I do and what it does to the defense and what that does to all my offensive players I play with.
If only the church league played as well as the NBA.
I guess.
Look at him staring at the screen. Get him, Chuck.
Okay. See ya.
Oh, we're peacing out on that.
Yeah,
one?
we're gonna peace out.
Really? We're just gonna leave
I
it
want
at
to play
that?
Jess and yeah. I want to play. I want to play.
Oh,
Jess.
look at that. Oh, come on.
I want to play Jess and yeah. Jess and chess. There we go.
Jess and Jess.
Jess and chess.
And